What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Y'all see the title of the video. Dividends and saving. Everything comes back to one-on-one, the fundamentals, saving, ladies and gentlemen. And dividends. What is dividends? A form of investing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm late in the game when it comes to saving and investing, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm just now coming around to understanding the saving, you know. So I say all that to say this. I get on myself sometimes because I get frustrated and I be feeling like I should have been investing, you know, when I was 18, 19, when I was looking at the dividends and I had a Robinhood account, but I ended up, you know, losing that email. Y'all know how that go. You get switching 3-4 phones and you didn't write no passwords down because you was just young and immature and just thinking screenshots gonna be there forever. It isn't. So I say all that to say this. Even though I'm late when it comes to investing into some dividends, I'm proud of myself for learning and keeping up the habit of saving. You know what I'm saying? And understanding the importance and the significance of why you need to do that. I said this in previous videos, ladies and gentlemen, but you're only going to be a teenager for 4 to 5 years, ladies and gentlemen. Some people only get to be a teenager for 2 years. And then the real world, you know, they got to focus on rent and all this extra stuff, family. Some people don't have family, like so many variables and examples on people having, you know, harder routes. But it still goes down to, it don't matter how hard your route is, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't save nothing, your journey gonna be even harder. That's just what it is, bro. So I just want to spread this message so we all could, you know, get out of survival mode the minute, no matter your situation. There's some people out here don't have no parents again. Some people out here don't have no siblings. You know what I'm saying? Some people out here really like solo dolo. And the only thing that's money ain't gonna, you know, buy you no happiness. You know, mentally, physically it can, but you know, mentally, it's just a dollar amount. You know, it might give you some dopamine here and there, but you know, it's different from having that genuine love from friends and family and things like that. But I say all that to say this. You gonna be all right though. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point of me creating this channel is I want us to be all right so we can afford to take a risk. You feel me? We can afford to put $2 grand, $3 grand, you know what I'm saying? So we can get some dividends back. So we can get $50, $80 a month back. Invest that back into, you know what I'm saying, to some more dividends. And we still saving, we still increasing our income. We still trying to learn skills. We still trying to get paid from the crib. You trying to start your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole point. But I genuinely feel like without the saving part, it don't matter how much money you bringing in, how much money your business bringing in. If you don't know how to cut shit out your spreadsheet, you're gonna be lost. Alright, and I know some of y'all be looking like, who is he? Like, he don't know nothing. He is a high school dropout. Like, he in a room, he wear the same clothes, but it's like, tell me if I'm lying though. And a lot of us, a lot of us wasn't taught to save. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't taught how to save. Like, yeah, they tell you to save your money, but it's like, I think it's kind of asinine to give somebody instructions, but you didn't break down the instructions. And then when they reach a certain age, you just quick to throw them out there to the real world. When you already know the real world is harder than it was when you was an adult getting it. So it doesn't make sense. So it's like, you can't miss this saving shit. I don't care how tired y'all get of me saying this shit. I don't care how many videos y'all think is alike. I don't care. Because if folks had it down pat, I wouldn't even be making these videos because we all would know how to save, right? It wouldn't be no point in making these videos, right, if everybody know how to do it, right? I thought I knew how to save when I was 18, 19. When I was 20, 21. I thought I knew how to save. Clearly I didn't. Because I'm behind in life right now. Somebody else might look at me and say, no, you're not behind in life. But me, to where I see myself now, I'm behind. Even with the little bread put up or whatever, it's like, I don't care if you got 10, 5, 4K, 3K, you need to be looking at shit like, bro, I'm broke. How you used to feel when you had 0 before, you need to feel like that times 10, times 100, so you can keep that hunger, and then that 3 turn to 30. Then you're like, okay, cool. I could put 10 in the S&P 500. I could put 10 in 10 individual stocks, 1,000 a piece, gaining some type of dividend back. That's the goal, ladies and gentlemen, and then eventually live off the dividends. That's the goal. But how can you live off the dividends when you can't even save no capital with the little money you bringing in now? And again, they don't teach us this shit. Even in school, they didn't. That method I'm telling y'all to do, $100 and 10 envelopes, they ain't tell us that in school, nigga. They did not tell us the importance of, hey, when y'all get up out of here, make sure you got an emergency fund. Make sure you get you some skills. Not no basic ass job like warehouse, security. What else? Yeah, mainly warehouses. For any food spot, warehouses and shit like that. And what else? I don't know, I said warehouses already, but what else? I'm trying to think of, food service. Any of them jobs, you not finna make a career out of that shit. Any job, motherfuckers need to be going back to the basics. What is the basics? I need to save some fucking money. If I get paid every week, say I get $400 a week, but my bills equal up to $200, $300 a week. Whatever you can save, nigga, you need to save every week. I don't care if it's $25, $50. By you putting in that envelope and sealing it up, you're gonna be building confidence week by week. That's the whole point of sealing it. So if you can't seal it and not touch it, that sounds like a you problem. But if you want to get your ish together, you gonna do what the fuck I'm telling you. Why am I saying listen to me? I got a whole video on the channel telling y'all why y'all should listen to me. I done made a little bread. And I just showed y'all in the last video. Let me show y'all this one too. Hold up, y'all think I'm playing. This finna be another one. This is 100. And I'm gonna get 9 more envelopes and put $100 in it, and it's gonna equal up to 1,000. So you still have to go back to the fundamentals. I'm not telling you nothing I wouldn't do. But these envelopes, look, it's sealed. If it was open, what would I be doing? Probably touching the money, probably wanting to spend it. But since I know it's sealed, in my mind, that's a step forward. I feel like once I open it, I'm going to be intrigued and motivated to spend the shit. But that's not the whole point of me putting in this envelope. When I put in the envelope, this shit it's invisible, if that makes sense. It's invisible, but it's not invisible. See what I'm saying? So the goal is to stack another 1K with 9 more envelopes on top of this one. That's gonna be $1,000. It might take me 10 weeks, it might take me 12 weeks, but that's still $1,000 put up for the next 10 to 12 weeks or 15 weeks, whatever, however long it takes me. It's not a race. It's not a race, ladies and gentlemen. But again, I said this in another video too. Imagine if you 20 years old or whatever age you at, don't matter. Think about the past 8 years. If you would have just saved $2,000 a year. Simple math. $2,000 times 8, ladies and gentlemen, 16,000. Just imagine if you just put up $2,000 8 years ago, and you were sitting on 16,000 now. Don't you think you'll have way more confidence to split that down the middle and put 8 into more dividends? Or even if you don't, if you don't have no dividends, you want to start That's a great number to start at. 6, 7K in dividend. Like, that's great. That's a great startup amount, in my opinion. I'm not no guru, but I know that's a great number to start with. Even if you're getting 5% off those, like, that's good. See what I'm saying? But like, come on, man. Like, and then think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Another 8 years gonna fly by. I'm 26, ladies and gentlemen, so I know 8 years from now what I'll be. I'll be what, 34? 8 years just flew by like that already, and what was I 8 years before me? I was 18. And so that means me, I'm on my own tail too, because I'm like, bro, you behind. At your age right now, man, you supposed to have like 30,000. So me mentally, I'm behind. All that stress and trauma I done went through because I didn't know how to save. Even if I would have just saved 1,000 every year, ladies and gentlemen, that's still 8,000. That still would have been better off. Still would have been better off than where I'm at now. If I knew how to save, if I knew the fundamentals, if I knew how to build discipline, if I knew how to, okay, I know how to invest, but let me learn how to save so there's money to the side I can put in here, not miss it. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand. Let me write down my passwords and all this and all that. Make sure I keep everything organized and together. I just now realized that at 25, ladies and gentlemen. So it's like, even if I would have had the saving pack down, pack certain things, I still would have lost. I have an account right now. I have some Ripple coin. I got it when it was at like 50, 60 cents or something like that. And I got it in account right now. But since I don't know the login, I can't even see that money. And I know it done doubled, tripled, whatever. And I can't even see the money. Why? Because I was young and just doing stuff and I didn't write down my shit. I wasn't organized. You know what I'm saying? So now I gotta go around hula hoops and shit just to try to get back in there and all that. Y'all know how that shit go. I don't even remember that email. But that's something I gotta put on my to-do list. But I say all that to say this. You have to have money to take risks. I'm not hearing it when people be like, oh, sometimes you gotta put all eggs in one basket. Sometimes you gotta risk it. Hell no. If you can't afford to risk it twice, if say it take you 4,000 to start your business, you don't need to spend that 4,000 unless you got 12 or goddamn 8, 7, 10. Just don't have whatever your expenses is. If that shit costs 2,000, you better not just have 2,000. And in this economy also, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta make sure you got some type of high income skill to where if you was to fall down, your field or your freelance work is more than the average salary. You know what I'm saying? Let your broke annually mean 70K. You know what I'm saying? So again, we have to get in a different tax bracket. Even for you to invest and get more money, you have to do what? You have to put more money into the market, ladies and gentlemen. For you to go and make $1,000, $2,000 a month, what you got to put into the market? Probably what? About an M? Probably about an M or 2 M's just to see a nice $1,500, $2,000 a month. Come on now. So what do we have to do? We have to learn how to save. Then we got to get to a point where, okay, bet we're saved. We got a survival mode. Then what? Then we put some of that money. We figure out these dividends. You can figure out the dividends and all that shit now. And go ahead and get your shit started. Put $5, $10 in there, whatever. Have your bank account set up to where to take the money out. Well, however the shit work for you. Me personally, I'm still focused on getting out survival mode. So my investing right now is very micro. As in, I have some money in a market account, a money market account gaining 2% instead of the traditional rates. That's the only thing I have invested. And I have a share term certificate that gain like 3%. So I have one account gaining 3%, another account gaining 2%. But that's not S&P 500 numbers or, you know what I'm saying, or dividend numbers. I'm really been focused with the dividends, because that comes every month or quarterly or however they, you know what I'm saying, however they go. But y'all know what I'm saying. Comment down below what y'all think about this video, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, that's just what I'm talking about in this video, ladies and gentlemen, is an essential. Every video is an essential. And I'm not finna stop talking about this. So get used to it. I ain't gonna lie, get used to it. Because I want us up there. I want to be able to rent a hangar a year from now, 2 years from now, and we all link up and there's cars out there and folks is out of survival mode, and you know, it get to a point where it's like it's water, you know what I'm saying? Like, and everybody got access to water. I just want motherfuckers to just get out of survival mode, man. And as y'all can see, I'm on the same journey too. I'm right there with you. These videos is just helping me think in the future. And I just want these videos to resonate and really come across all adults. All adults. But specifically targeted to the fresh adults. You see what I'm saying? Each one teach one. And I wish somebody would have told me a lot of this, ladies and gentlemen, when I was 19, 20 years old. I'm going to keep saying that shit. That's when I needed this information the most. And then the craziest thing about it is that you can't even go back. I can't even go back. Like, nobody teaches us this, ladies and gentlemen. And this is... Comment down below what y'all think if you made it to the end of the video. Appreciate y'all time. I don't want to talk y'all head off, but yeah. Y'all know what to do. If you want more value, hit that like button. See y'all on the next one. Appreciate y'all time.